Have you ever wondered why wealthy Nigerians they keep buying real estate, they keep buying lands, why others just stay there and wait, looking, speculating? Well, oftentimes it's not because they have a lot of money stored somewhere that they're using to buy the land, but it's because they understand some principles, some financial principles. And on this video, I'll be sharing a few of them, a few of these principles that these wealthy Nigerians understand that the other set of persons do not understand. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Solomon Ibuhu, real estate consultant based here in Asaba. On this channel, I share practical tips, investment plans for intelligent investors who want to invest in genuine verifiable properties and at the right locations. Okay, so today I'll be sharing some financial wealthy tips that wealthy Nigerians, wealthy individuals they have or they practice. And number one of them is that they buy assets, not just expenses, not just anything that comes to their mind. They ensure that they buy assets. And now, one of those assets that they buy a whole lot is real estate, lands, right? A lot of persons, have been asking, I have this money. Where am I going to put this money? Should I put it in the bank? Putting money in the bank, don't get me wrong, is not bad, but then you need to buy some assets that would keep paying you for life. And one of those assets that the wealthy ones look into is real estate. Real estate is the only real investment on planet Earth. You can take that to the bank, right? It's the only real investment on planet Earth. It's the only investment that you put your money in and it never goes down. It keeps appreciating and keeps appreciating. So, for instance, you buy a land of 1 million naira, it will never go below 1 million naira. It keeps going up 1 million naira, 2 million naira, 5 million naira, 10 million naira, 100 million naira, and like that. So, who would see such an asset and wouldn't want to put their money in? Yes. So, wealthy Nigerians, they love such kind of asset that they put, little money in, and then, at the end of the day, they make so much more. Now, the second principle is that they think long term, right? They think long term. Now, a lot of wealthy Nigerians, after interacting with them, I discovered that they have this mindset of long term, right? They have this long term mindset. They don't want the instant gratification. They don't want the immediate gratification. They want something that they can put their money in that can cover up for their future. So you see someone investing and then keeping that investment for 15 to 20 years later. So it's not like the person wouldn't want to liquidate that asset, but why am I liquidating the asset right now when I can leave it for a couple of years and then the value will double. Right? So they think long term. They think long term and you know they just buy, they go to locations, prime developing locations that are still coming up, that have, little signs of development, growth strides, and they buy multiple plots there, acres, hectares of lands, and they leave it for, so many years. A lot of them, some of them even, buy properties for their kids, kids at age 1, age 2, they buy properties for them and they leave it till maybe they are about entering, a tertiary institution, or some of them are about, starting their own family. That's when they now sell to, or hand over the properties to their kids. So you see that a lot of these wealthy Nigerians, they think, you know, long term. Now, number three principle is that they invest early. They invest early. Now, just like I said, they look out for prime developing locations. And, these guys, they think, the way they think is very, very different from the way an average Nigerian think. You understand? An average Nigerian would want to invest in a location that you can see houses, people are already living there. But, not putting the price into consideration that, lands in those kind of locations are already expensive. But what the wealthy ones do is that they don't go to those locations, irrespective of the fact that they can actually buy lands comfortably in those developed locations. They go to prime developing locations and they buy in bulk. They buy in bulk and they buy early. They buy early. So, take for instance, if they are buying from a real estate firm, right? If they are buying from a real estate firm, they They buy into the pre-launch stage. They buy at the pre-launch stage. Let's take for instance, a property is selling, the actual price of the property is selling for 2 million, but the pre-launch price is 800, 900K. Possibly the developer is trying to, get some cash to start working on his land and all that. That is that stage, that pre-launch stage. That's where a lot of them buy into projects like that. So they buy early, they think long term, and they don't just spend because they have the money to spend or the resources to spend. They buy assets. They buy assets. So if you're a young average Nigerian out there that is watching this video and you would love to become wealthy in years to come, this is how to start. Right? Start thinking long term. Start looking for opportunities, projects, real estate projects that you can buy very early. And also, don't just buy things because you have the resources to buy. Buy assets. And one of those assets I will recommend or I will advise you to buy is real estate investments. These are assets that would keep paying you for life. Even when you're no more there, it keep paying your family, keep paying your kids, and like that. It doesn't depreciate. It keeps appreciating, part time. Now, if you're watching me and you would love to start this journey, this land acquisition journey, I will implore you to send me a DM on number showing on your screen. My job here is to guide you on making the right real estate investments, buying the right properties in the right location and at the right time. That's my job for you. Send me a DM right now. Let me guide you on buying the right real estate investments here in Nigeria. See you on the next video. My name is Solomon Ibuhu. Bye for now.